Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Great Handyman's Home Remodeling Videos. Today we're going to be addressing this tub area and the floor, putting underlayment down, getting it ready for tile. We'll take you out in the garage in a few minutes. We'll show you what the tile is that we've picked out. So we went to the store and we've got 11 sheets of 1/4-inch hardy backer board. We'll have to measure and cut each one, install them one at a time. And then here's all the tile and the mortar and the grout that I've gotten. That's going to help us along as well. Alright, when we're mixing up mortar for the underlayment, we're going to use this $5 a bag mortar mix. It doesn't need the properties that the tile is going to. This is fortified thin set mortar for the tile. And here we're just using a $5 bag. These are about $15 a piece. So we're going to mix up a batch of this. We're going to keep it somewhat thin because I'm going to have to spread out a 3x5 area of mortar and then lay that hardy backer board on top of it. And I'm going to want that backer board to be able to squish down the concrete underneath and not have lumps and bumps. So I don't want to mix it too thick. Alright, I think you can see how thin that is. It's going to be plenty to spread around, but nice and thin so it squishes down underneath that underlayment. So let's take this in our first sheet, and I'll show you how the next step is done. Okay, I've measured right here to here, it's 52 inches. And especially in this area right here, underneath the toe kick, it's going to be virtually impossible to get a nail any closer than right in this area. So it's especially important to me that this be a full sheet coming up underneath here, that I don't fill it in to say here and then try and put a piece here. It would just be too difficult to try and nail it down. So first thing we want to do, like I said, is we want this to be completely mortared down. So we're going to take our mortar and we're going to spread it out a little bit past the 3-foot mark, so I'm not spreading mortar for the next sheet right up next to the sheet I'm about to lay. So I'll get this all mortared and we'll continue. So first we're going to take our sheet and we're going to lay it in the mud, put it up against the corner. Then using some galvanized roofing nails, we're going to hammer this in, about 50 nails per sheet. They also make some screws for this product. I personally don't like them. They seem to stick up just a little bit here and there, and you have to go around pounding on them anyway, so I just prefer the galvanized nail. So we're going to get this completely nailed down, and then we're going to take our vent hole. We're going to take our vent hole, we're going to pop a hole so we can remember where it's at, and we'll cut that out later. Okay. Here comes sheet number 2. We'll get the rest of this nailed. We'll be right back. Okay, I think you've got the idea. So let's speed it up a little bit. Okay, this sheet and the last sheet I did both took special cuts, not just straight across. So I thought I'd show you just exactly how I was accomplishing that. First of all, the maximum length that I need this particular sheet is 59 inches. These are 5-foot boards or 60 inches each. So I have to cut off an inch. Cutting off an inch of this stuff is a little difficult. It's hard to get leverage on it to break it off. So I end up scoring it more than I normally would when it's this close to the edge. Alright, then we're going to put our level underneath, line it up with my score line. Break off the end, leaving this sheet now 59 inches long. Okay. The other measurements I have, say for the first 3 inches, I don't need this piece of the underlayment there. For, let's see, .5 inches right here. See, this is that doorway right there. And then the wall comes back to here. So all of this needs to be cut out right here. So we have an L-shaped cut. So the first thing I want to do is score the longest line. Then take a jigsaw that has a lot of big teeth on it. You know, the jigsaw blades come with different type of blades. This one has a lot of large teeth. And use it to cut the short end. Then we can put our level back underneath, just like we were scoring and snapping before. Break off this little piece right here for an L-shaped cut. Alright, here's that fourth sheet. That's as far as we're going to get today on this project. We're going to let that underlayment dry. We'll begin this project again tomorrow. And stay tuned for part 2 of Great Handyman Home Remodeling Videos, The Bathroom Floor.